and I recognize that. And my mentor Dan is going to probably kill me when he sees some of this. All right, hey, we got a great opportunity. Met another YouTuber, the Junkyard Necromancer, at a big car show last summer in August, Libby, in Libby, Montana, the Ignite the Night show there. And he was working on a dent side pickup and needed some help moving the bed around. I said, hey man, if you get in a spot where you need some help, just give us a holler. It's a short drive. It's about 2 hours away. And we were on the phone chatting here this morning and found out that he needed some help. So Tim and I we're going to end up taking a break on the 77 tomorrow and drive over to Libby and help him get his bed put back on his truck. So looking forward to doing that. We'll take you guys along for the ride. All right, guys, it is Saturday morning. Normally we'd be out in the shop working on one of our projects, but found out that one of our friends, Brad, YouTuber, his channel's the Junkyard Necromancer. He is working on his dent side pickup and is trying to put the bed back on. And I told him, if you guys get to that spot and you need an extra hand, holler at us. We'll make the drive over and come and give you some help. So we're on the road for 2 hours. Gonna go help him get his truck, start putting his truck back together. And excited to show you guys the project he's working on, and really excited to be working with him and getting to partner with him and talk about maybe some other things we might do in the future. So really excited about that, and we'll let you know as we get more stuff going. Tim, what are we driving today?
Driving the Mustang, because it's the fastest one we got.
Fastest, comfortable.
Yeah.
And yeah, really enjoy driving this thing, especially on those curvy roads out there in Montana. So we got half a tank. Sun's out. Actually, it's a beautiful day, a little cooler than what we'd like to have, because we're not going to put the top down at this point. But on the road, heading over. All right, guys, we've been on the road for about an hour. We're rolling into Bonner's Ferry now. Looks like we have about an hour left. And man, the skies are still clear. Not too many people on the road, so it hasn't been a terrible drive. It's actually been really awesome. And the old Mustang's doing good.
Yeah.
So, beautiful weather. I'll try and capture a couple of shots so you can kind of see what it looks like around here. But man, it's gorgeous out here. And sure enjoying it. But we'll be there in about an hour. We'll check in when we get there and introduce you to Brad. And can't wait to show you what he's doing. Public service announcement for the week. Drive safe and do the speed limit. We're in Troy. I think we're about 20 minutes out. Interesting thing that happens when you drive on the road, especially when you're riding with somebody, you begin to understand what drives one another crazy, right? And Tim and I happen to have the same pet peeve about other people driving. That is when someone pulls out in front of us and insists on driving 5 or 10 miles an hour below the speed limit, right? Just makes our day.
I mean, if you pull out in front of somebody, you shouldn't slow them down.
No, get up to speed.
Yeah.
Like, use the tall pedal, get up to speed.
But you should also do the speed limit.
You should do the speed limit. You should always do the speed limit. Never over.
Or 20 under.
Or 20 under. Or 5 under. Do the speed limit.
Yeah.
That's what we're saying. Just do the speed limit. Make everybody's life better. And do the speed limit. Alright, we're out of Troy. We're past all the slow cars. We'll be there in just a little bit. And be in Libby, Montana, in just a few minutes. Alright guys, we are all done up here at Libby, Montana. You will have to go and check out the Junkyard Necromancer's channel. Check in with Brad there and see his build. We were actually helping him get the bed put back on, reconnected that, got the tank set up, fuel tank reconnected. So go check him out. That's Brad. the Junkyard Necromancer. You can see his build there on his truck. And kind of excited because it was a really productive day. We met Chris from Whitty's Garage and got to interact with him. He's given us some great tips on your 77, some wiring harness stuff. Like, we've got some really good things, I think, happening, and hopefully, man, we're excited because we're hoping to maybe do something more with these guys later. And we'll let you know as that comes together and what the plan is there. But what a great day. It was a great trip.
Yeah.
Good to meet other guys who are building some old trucks like that, and get to kind of, you know, share ideas and lessons that we're learning and information. So,
and part of the connection is we're all building a den side truck.
Yeah, that's
or some of us. I mean, all at like different levels of build. You know, whatever you want to call it. So it's definitely different styles, if you would. But
well, and different levels of engagement into the build, where we're doing some, you know, fabrication work on your truck that's pretty extensive. These guys, Chris at Whitty's Garage, he's doing a frame up restoration, taking it back to original. And Brad, he's got his old truck that his grandpa used to have that they hauled firewood in, that he's trying to get back up and running so he can drive it.
Yep.
So it's pretty cool seeing all three trucks and the different builds, and the different backgrounds and experiences, and all of us will be able to learn from and help one another in this process. So pretty cool, and look forward to connecting with them more and maybe getting to see more of what their builds are looking like. So once again, be sure to check out Chris at Whitty's Garage and check out Brad at the Junkyard Necromancer and follow them, the builds that they're doing. But for now, we're heading back home because we got to be home by 5 o'clock, and it's going to be tight because we got dinner at 5, and our wives are waiting for us to get home so that they can do dinner. So we're on the road and we're chugging. Check in with you later. All right, guys, so that completes the trip. We went to Libby. We helped out another YouTuber. You'll hopefully be able to see that on his channel. He'll have it linked here in the bottom. And that's kind of it for today. Ended up getting to our 77, but we'll get back on that ASAP and start getting that floor finished up. I don't know. What do you think? 10, 15, 20 hours of welding probably if you do it careful and right?
At least.
It's going to be a long time. A lot of welding. But we are back on the 77, making more progress. Again, it's a new day. Tim's been working like crazy. Can't wait to show you some of the progress that he's making. So that's what we're gonna do. Jump over here and see what Tim's been up to. All right, Tim, show us what you're doing.
I'm just taking these little holder things off right now.
What do they call those? Butt weld clamps.
They just kind of pull pieces together and hold them together. They work pretty well. But so we got these two pieces in today, this piece in today, and we're making a couple more. We got this one to go in right here, and then we're gonna start making these ones, and then once that's done, we only have a couple more really. This is kind of the hard part, I would say. Yeah, this is the most complicated part, is trying to get all this stuff to match. It's kind of ugly right now, but that's just the nature of the beast. Doesn't look
when
good.
We're done.
Yeah, it doesn't look good until you're done. Because once it's all welded and grinded and we do the all metal and all that, it'll pretty much look factory. So it'll look very good.
All right, well, that's the plan. Making progress and excited to show you how far we get today. All right, we moved the jack onto jack stands, or the cab onto jack stands, because Tim needed a little bit more room to get into the driver's door. Because as you can see in here, he is making for the lower floor where it's connecting to the original truck. So he's working on building the pieces, getting the floor cleaned up so we can start tack welding in those parts. I, on the other hand, am up front. I'm welding on the firewall and working on getting some of those gaps filled in and that space cleaned up and ready to go. So we're making progress on the 77. Lots of noise, lots of activity in the shop, but just wanted to give you a heads up of where we're at and some of the stuff that we're having to do to get it done. So as you can see, we moved on jack stands. The setting on the 2-post lift just put it where we could not get in the driver's door to start working on that floor, and it makes it a lot easier if we did that. So that's what we got done. We're gonna keep.
Alright guys, so we made it quite a bit further. Here it is. So we got a bunch more welded on the front. And then we get all these pieces in. All the way through here, got the back in. The back still needs to be welded. And then we're tacking in over here. And then we'll weld in. We got all the pieces made for over there, so we're gonna weld those in. And then she'll be all tacked together, and we'll just keep welding it in until it's done, and then we'll grind it all off. And then we'll probably end up welding again because there will be a bunch of pinholes. So we'll weld all those up and then grind it again. And then once that's done, we might try and sandblast this thing. We have a Harbor Freight sandblaster, so we might try and do that and then sandblast all the gunk off of it, because there's like some rubbery stuff down here and back here, and the firewall and underneath is all kind of nasty. And so once that's all done, then we will start doing a little bit of body work. I don't know how much yet because it's not sandblasted, but yeah, we'll start doing body work after that.
Alright, so we're making progress on Tim's truck. The challenge that we're running into is there's rust on this floor, and so one of the pieces we were hoping to keep, we have determined that it's just not worth keeping because there's too much rust on it. So this part right here, this floor right here that connects to the rocker panel, it's got to come out. This whole thing, you can see, yeah, I just demonstrated, I just pushed on it and it fell through right there. So that's the kind of rust we got in this. Same right in here and back in here. So we're just going to take this whole piece out and replace it. A little bit extra time, not what we were planning on, but that's how it goes when you're doing rust repair. Anyway, that's it for this week. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, click the bell, do all the things you do to help us support our channel. We sure appreciate everybody's support and hope you're enjoying the material that we're putting out, and we'll be making more as we go. Thanks for watching.
If putting this in the middle, then